We're not in Texas anymore. We're in Mexico. We are in Victoria, Mexico, where the State Department of the U.S. says don't go. They say don't go to Tamaulipas State at all. It's one of 5 states that in the recent security memorandum it said don't go there. And Victoria is one of the cities within Tamaulipas State where you're not supposed to go. So they don't know beans, because on the ground, the story in Victoria is that the trouble here was 10 years ago, and it's a relatively safe state. Relatively is an important word. Our friend Martin today says, you don't know. You don't know when something bad is going to happen, and that's certainly true. That's true everywhere. My dog Magic does not seem to be anxious from being in Victoria. We actually had 2 spectacular days in Los Troncones Parque Ecological Park. Western mountains right behind Victoria, which from the Hampton swimming pool you cannot see. But in front of the Hampton you can see the mountains rising up right outside of town, right at the edge of town. I keep telling people this is like Jackson Hole. This is a jumping off point for the mountains, which it is. But there is no outfitter here. There may be a hiking club, I don't know about that. There were hikers and joggers and mountain bikers in the park Saturday morning, but it's a stunning, over the moon park that's got me so happy, because 2 years ago I left my beloved Blue Ridge Mountains, and they've been on my mind a lot. And we, with the third amigo, little Pepe, the puppy we picked up on our first day in Mexico 8 days ago from the garbage. He had been placed next to the garbage at a Knoxville convenience store. The 3 of us had over-the-moon happiness in that park. So don't trust what other people say. This afternoon, the 3 guys who were working on my car, Martin, really great guy, and 2 mechanics who were awesome guys, all said, you cannot drive this car back to the hotel where they've given me permission to park it in the really safe, quiet parking lot behind the pool here. You can't do that, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas pedal, it will die and you will be fucked, basically. And I recognize the exact same scenario I faced in Corpus Christi. Same car, same deal. As soon as you take the foot off the gas pedal, it dies. And I was told the same thing. You cannot drive downtown with that. And I said, yes, I can. I just won't stop. And in that scenario, I ran a couple of red lights. In this scenario, I ran only 1 red light. And I realized at the last minute that I did not have to drive down this insane Avenida Tamaulipas, which has 8 lanes of traffic on a city street. Avenida with 3 different medians, 4 lanes, 2 inside, 2 outside, going in each direction. And they said, you cannot possibly do it because you got to get across 8 lanes to get to the hotel in 2 blocks. And I finally realized, I said, no, I'm not going to do that. Me and Magic and Pepe have been walking down the alley behind this huge shopping mall and Cineplex, and we love that alley, and there's no traffic back there. So I am going to go back there, and then when you come out by the HEB and want to get across the street, that's going to be hairy. So if you want to follow me down there, the young mechanic, and then I may need, I hadn't tracked the fact that they had gotten the car to where it would restart. It didn't need a jump anymore to start. It just stalled as soon as you took your foot off the accelerator. So they said, no, you cannot do that. It's insane. And I said, of course it's insane. I do lots of things that are insane, but much of the time they work. And I feel so clear. Naco and Medicine for the People, which is one of my musical muses, has a song called IFK. I fucking know. And I did. I knew, and I made it work, and it's on another tape, all the gory details, but it worked. And so I'm so happy this afternoon that I wanted to celebrate. And we've been not able to make my PayPal card work, and so I haven't been able to get any of my millions of dollars, $32, not millions. But I've not been able to get my hands on anything. And 15 years ago, I was going to move to Mexico to live within the means of my Social Security check, which is very hard in the U.S. But at the last minute, I didn't come. My contact in Matamoros, who claimed he worked for the cartel and sure had me and his wife both convinced that he did, said, well, 15 years ago, the exchange rate was in your favor. Now it's twice as much in your favor. And I had not experienced that until just now. The wonderful Alejandro at the convenience store, the OXXO station right out in front of this place, did make my card work, and for 115 pesos, why isn't that working? For 115 pesos, which was $6 and change American, I got some dog food for the big dog and the little dog, a Dr. Pepper, and I had been scrounging when I was so high and so much needing a cigarette but had run out of tobacco completely. I said back there in the parking lot, I am about to walk all through this parking lot, pick up cigarette butts and re-roll them into a beautiful cigarette, which I've done actually in the past, but I didn't need to. Well, I just didn't do it. And I couldn't find any. They take such good care of this place. There were no cigarette butts anyplace. So I just bought Marlboros. Now, my brand is American Spirit, because I say to people quite clearly, it's clear to me that what makes people sick is the additives, and I want American Spirit. I paid the extra. In Texas, I was paying $10, $11, $12 for American Spirit. It's worth it for me. In Chicago, I paid $15, $16. Back in North Carolina, tobacco country, it was $6 or $8 or something like that. Well, lovely Gabriel in the line said, no, here in Mexico, we have no additive-free cigarettes at all. And I said, great, Gabriel, thanks for the information. You know, I'm suddenly just wildly enthused about additives. Bring them on. I like additives. And I will find a way. Another piece of disinformation is you can't receive shipping packages here, but you can. And I'll get American Spirit to send me a pouch of roll your own cigarettes. And anyway, why are they saying that smoking causes cancer of your mother? No, how could that be? That's crazy. I'm going to get Rosanna Dana, what's her name, from Saturday Night Live, to do a little infomercial about what's all this I hear about cigarettes causing cancer with your mother. No, that's not possible. That's retroactive. That makes no sense at all. So, but $6.17, I got a pack of cigarettes. Yeah, not American Spirits. I got all this for $6.17. It's the first direct experience I've had of how amazingly far my money actually can go in Mexico. Gas is a little higher, not a lot higher. Electronics apparently are higher. But look at this. Look at this. It's not as nicely rolled a cigarette as an American Spirit, but 3 drags got me high. That's all. That's my dose, is 3 drags. And they ground me. My macrobiotic friends taught me a long time ago that tobacco is yang. And if you, like me, are prone to ecstatic states and leaving the body and shit like that, you need something yang, dense, makes you solid. Boom, fuerte. So, I don't have time for you to show me, for me to show you, or for you to show me how fun it is to smoke this cigarette, but I'm about to do that. And then just have fun the rest of the evening, and possibly the rest of my life, however long that may be. None of us knows, do we? No. You don't know. I don't know. The dog doesn't know. How then shall we live? Rock on. As they say in New Orleans, Laissez, le bon temps roullez. Let the good times roll in old Mexico. Yes. Arriba. Ha. Yes.